going on? How my beautiful people doing out here, man? Yo, welcome back, man. Say it with me to the Golden Gemz with a Z podcast, man. Hey, you here with the one and only, your host, Hurley. Hey, where else would you rather go? What else would you rather be seriously than sitting right here with your boy getting these gems? All right. So, hey, first and foremost, I just want to say welcome back. Welcome back. All right. I know it's been a little minute. You feel me, boys? Hey, it's summertime right now. All right. So, Lord and people, hey, Lord and people, forgive me. All right. I need forgiveness from all y'all. All right. I'm a little bit of everywhere right now. I got this going on. I got that going on. It's summertime, boys outside, girls outside. Hey, we all outside. You feel me? So, hey, forgive me for my inconsistency. But, hey, we back down like SmackDown. And we back like we never left. So, without further ado, man, today I got a weekend gems packed episode for you, man. Yes, weekend gems are coming y'all way, man. And, hey, before we start this podcast, man, hey, I just want to go ahead. I got to tell you, man. Hey. Hey, guess what? Hey, guess what again? Hey, guess who I'm clapping for? I'm clapping for you. Yes, I'm clapping for you, man. Hey, you deserve your flowers, man. And yes, I'm clapping for you because, hey, I mean, at the end of the day, God is good, man. And God has been working for you. And he's been doing overtime for you. So I just want to tell you, continue to grind, continue to work, continue to have faith in what you're doing, believe in where you're headed and where you're going, and continue to, hey, go forward. All right, the only way is up. All right, you can be here, and guess what? Ain't no backtracking, ain't no turning behind, ain't no seeing what's in the rear view. We looking only ahead. We looking only straight forward. We looking only what's in our sights, what's going to be there for us when it's all said and done. So I just want to clap it up. Yeah. Clap it up for you for not stopping. Clap it up for you for not quitting. Clap it up for you for continuing to grind, continuing to work, and continuing to believe, man. Continuing to believe in you and continuing to believe in yourself. So, hey, I'm clapping for you, and I'm clapping so that way you can keep going, you can keep grinding, and you can keep working. So, hey, don't stop. And, hey, I'm proud of you. So, hey, I don't care what's standing in your way. I don't care what you're going through. Just keep going, keep grinding, and then you can get to where you ultimately want to be. You understand me? All right? You hit me? You respect it? All right, you get it. But without further ado, man, let's go ahead and get into our topics for today, man. Today, we got the WNBA. We also talking about the NBA, and we got NFL Weekly coming your way. So this week has been filled with a lot of sports news. It's been filled with a lot of things going on in sports, but I got a question that I got to ask y'all first before we really get started. Who is the best player in the WNBA? Who is the best player in the WNBA? I just want to know. Is it the Young Gunners? Is it Angel Reese already? Is it Catlin Clark? Or is it the vets? Is it somebody like that girl, Breanna Stewart? Is it somebody like that girl, Asia Wilson? You feel me? Is it somebody like Taurasi, who a seasoned vet in here? Who is the best player in the WNBA? Can you tell me? I want you to comment down below right now. Who is your favorite? And not only who is the favorite, who is the best? All right? Because Asia Wilson, she's out here dominating. Asia Wilson out here damn near averaging, damn near 28. She averaging, damn near, I want to say 11 rebounds. She out here putting in that work in her bag, in her Duffy. Breanna Stewart out here grinding, out here working, doing her damn thing. You feel me? It's a lot of great things that's going on in the WNBA right now. And for the women's sports and for women's basketball, I'm excited, man. I'm excited because obviously, like I told y'all last time, man, the future is bright. The women, they've been killing it. They've been dominating. I'm very excited to see, how it all shakes up. It's been storylines weekly coming out of the WNBA, even this week with Catlin Clark getting stubbed. Everybody feel like she's been snubbed. If you don't know what that means she got robbed. All right, that means that she got outcasted. That means that she didn't get selected. All right, Catlin Clark did not get selected to be in the U.S. of A Olympics for the women's basketball team. And a lot of people are saying that it's a bad thing. A lot of people are saying that, for marketing reasons, she should have been in there. A lot of people are saying for all the fans and the spotlight that she's bringing, she should have been in there. A lot of people are saying if you look at recent past history, there have been a lot of not a lot. I want to say a handful of WNBA players who's been the number one overall pick, who's been selected in the WNBA U.S. Olympics team. But on the flip side, you have to look at it from a different lens, in my opinion. I believe that Catlin Clark, she should have been on the U.S. Olympics team. And I believe that at the end of the day, she should have been on there for one reason only. Catlin Clark should have been on the U.S. Olympics team because she did her goddamn thing in college. And not only that, she brought in a whole nother set of eyes to the WNBA. Catlin Clark is right now the number one headliner in the WNBA. All right, besides Asia Wilson Ball and besides Breanna Stewart, besides Liberty, because even New York, the girls, Liberty, they didn't write it off like 7-8 straight wins. They in their bag right now. But that's another story for another day. We're gonna talk about them in here in a little bit. But specifically with Catlin Clark, man, I believe that if they wanted to take advantage of the marketing, if they wanted to take advantage of the superstars that they have in the WNBA right now, they should have put Angel Reese and Catlin Clark in there. Not just Catlin Clark. I believe they should have put both of them women in there. Specifically, you want to know why? Because at the end of the day, my ass would have been watching. Other people would have been watching. A lot of eyes would have been watching the WNBA just to watch Angel Reese, just to watch Catlin Clark, and to watch these young ladies really compete. You feel me? At the highest level. But on the flip side, for all my, WNBA vets, for all my WNBA, analysts, you feel me, who's been, putting things in perspective, bringing up the other side of the coin. Because at the end of the day, the other side of the coin is Catlin Clark, yes, she had all these eyes on her. Yes, they believed that when she came into the league that she was ready. Like she was her. You feel me? But her career hasn't gotten off to the best start. Her career hasn't gone the way that everybody expected her career to go when she first came into the league. Like she's going through some growing pains. She's going through the adjustments as a rookie should, being in any league. And with that being said, man, I believe that with them bringing up the fact that, okay, maybe they looked at it as they wanted older players who've had the experience of playing in the U.S. Olympics, had the experience of playing overseas and playing against girls overseas, because it's a tougher competition. Overseas basketball, it's different, man. You feel me? The rules are a lot different. Hey, we got some cupcakes, you feel me, in these leagues, in the NBA, in the WNBA, you feel me? In these European leagues, they go a little harder. You feel me? You can hand check them all the time. You feel me? Like in these European leagues, they play a little different style of basketball. You feel me? And it's a little tougher. So I can understand that people want the experience. They want women who have experience coming into, the U.S. Olympics games. And I understand that. And obviously, at the end of the day, guess what? They want to win gold. They want to win. So they don't really want to have to coddle or have to groom or have to, really, just play her just to play her. You feel me? They want to compete, and they want to compete at a high level. So for them not having Angel Reese on the team, for them not having Catlin Clark on the team, because of the experience factor, I can understand that. But from a marketing standpoint, and from a standpoint that we're still wanting to grow the WNBA, these ladies should have been in the U.S. Olympics team. They should have made it just because of what they did in college. I've seen the NBA put Anthony Davis, a few other, young players in the U.S. on the U.S. Olympics team. Yes, maybe because of injury or two. Yes, maybe because, certain circumstances, some NBA players didn't want to come, so they had no other choice but to take, rookie coming in. That makes sense. But at the same time, I'm not seeing the real reason why Catlin Clark and why Angel Reese shouldn't have been selected to the U.S. Olympics team. At the end of the day, I respect it, but if you want to continue to grow this league, if you want to continue to get world eyes on this league, you should have put them in there. You should have had a player who potentially, because it is a player who got selected on the U.S. Olympics women's team who hasn't even played a game all goddamn year. I can't think of a name right now, but she's been injured. She hasn't even played. So you could have easily put Catlin Clark in that slot. You could have easily put Angel Reese in that slot. You got to go ahead and, yes, I know you want to be traditional. I know you want to focus on, winning. But at the end of the day, we focus on goddamn marketing too. We focus on taking the WNBA to new heights. You understand me? And I think this was a miss, in my opinion. This was a miss, not having these ladies in this game. Because I would have damn near been watching. You would have been watching. Everybody would have at least caught a game or two of the U.S. Olympics women's basketball games because of them playing. Even in the NBA for the U.S. Olympics team. I wasn't damn near watching when Curry and LeBron hasn't been playing these last few years. I ain't been watching that shit. But yes, since LeBron and Curry and them boys, and KD, since them boys playing in the U.S. Olympics games, I'm going to be watching. If Catlin Clark was playing, I would have been watching. Now, I don't know. I might watch, maybe the championship game. Maybe, to see Asia Wilson continue to get in her bag, because I believe Asia Wilson is the best player in the WNBA, and we can go fact for fact, we can go stat for stat, and we can go ahead and debate about it and talk about it. But for the most part, man, at the end of the day, you got to understand, man, you have to understand that in this league, man, and in the league period, it's different, man. It is different as far as, trying to get these girls, to compete and trying to get eyes on these women competing, because the WNBA, like I'll keep telling y'all, they're on the rise, but they have to continue to market well. They have to continue to sell the goddamn game. And if they're not going to continue to sell the game, if they're not going to continue to market well, if they're not going to, have these women on a pedestal and put them as the face of the goddamn league. Yes, I know they're young. Yes, I know they still got some growing pains to get through. Yes, I know that they still have, a lot to prove in the WNBA. But at the same time, hey, we about them dollars. We about expanding. We about growing. And if you want to expand, if you want to grow, Catlin Clark should be on the team. Angel Reese should be on the team. At least, at the bare minimum, it should be just be them two added. Even if you got a couple extra bonus spots. Even if you got to add 2 spots, God damn it. Hey, you better add them. Because even if they don't even play, you don't even got to play them. But them being on a team, that's going to bring eyeballs. That's going to bring more people watching. That's going to bring more engagements. That's going to bring more dollars at the end of the day. And that's what the WNBA, that's what the women want. They want more dollars. They want more people to watch the game. So why not put the best up-and-coming talent in the game? I mean, that's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. And Catlin Clark, her response to not being selected, she said that, hey, at the end of the day, they woke up a beast. They woke up a beast. And, I'm here for it. Use it as fuel, Catlin. Use it as fuel, Angel Reese. Use it as fuel that y'all didn't get selected, because at the end of the day, they've selected some rookies and some incoming women who hasn't proven anything on previous USA Olympics teams. And the fact that they didn't put y'all on there is not a problem, but they didn't take advantage of the moment. They didn't seize the moment. They didn't, they wanted to stay more traditional and stay more true to the way things have always gone, which I don't have no problem with. But at the same time, you got to understand what's in front of you. So, I mean, it's interesting. It's interesting. But, once again, before we move off the WNBA, I want y'all to tell me, man, who do you think is the best WNBA basketball player in the league right now? We're going to talk about this more, the next podcast that I do, because I'm going to continue to dive on the WNBA, because guess what? The NBA, the playoffs is almost over, just about over. We're going to talk about that here in a second. But, with that winding down, the WNBA is going to take spotlight here on the Golden Gems podcast and on Golden Gems Media. They will take spotlight. You feel me? And we will be talking about the WNBA. All right? So just be prepared for it. Be ready for it. And I want to know, at the end of the day, who is your favorite WNBA player, or who do you think is the best WNBA player? Comment down below. Appreciate you. All right. Moving on, man. Hey, to the NBA. Yes, NBA, man. Hey, did y'all watch the first couple of games? Did you watch the first 3 games? Did you count them out like I did? Did you say, hey, Dallas, you might as well pack it up and go home like I did? Nah, I ain't do that. But, hey, if you haven't been watching the NBA Finals, or if you've been living under a rock, let me tell you, the Dallas Mavs are currently down 3-1. 3 games to 1. They just got their first win last night playing the Boston Celtics. And at the end of the day, a lot of people deemed this series to be over. A lot of people said that the Dallas Mavericks will probably get swept. But guess what? They won last night. So the Dallas Mavericks, they didn't get swept. They didn't have to bring out the brooms. You feel me? And I'm excited to see where this series goes because I believe this. And I've been telling all my friends, all my homies, I've been telling everybody this. The Boston Celtics, I can see these MFers giving the Dallas Mavs a lot of hope. What do I mean by a lot of hope? I can see them letting these motherfuckers win another game or two. You feel me? Right now, the Dallas Mavs, they are in an uphill battle. The first 3 games, they looked atrocious. The first 3 games, I mean, the third game was pretty close. You feel me? The third game was pretty close. The first 2, it looked like they wasn't no competition for the Boston Celtics. At the end of the day, they threw everything in the kitchen sink at them, and they just didn't have an answer. Luka and Kyrie, they both was getting in their bag, and they just didn't have an answer for them. But last night, the Dallas Mavs, they played like they had something to lose. They played like their hair was on fire and like they actually wanted to goddamn compete and win. Last night, they defended at a high level. Last night, they rebounded at a high level. Last night, the Dallas Mavs proved that, goddamn it, they belong in the NBA Finals. But can they sustain this? Can they continue to compete at this same level? Can Lively rebound like he did last night? Can Gafford rebound like he did last night? Can Luka play a little defense like he did last night for the first time ever? Luka, hey, he had a defensive showing last night. That boy Luka, I even seen him have a steal last night, boy. That boy Luka actually played some defense last night, boy. Can you believe it? That boy Luka, I think he heard all of our commentary. I think he heard everybody saying he can't do this, he can't do this. Maybe he's crying too much. Maybe he's doing this, doing that. He responded in a great way because his team won, and he didn't shoot well from the 3 still. He wasn't that efficient, but he contributed in other ways. You feel me? He had a couple more assists than he did the previous couple nights. He played and moved like he can on defense. Defense, at the end of the day, is effort. Defense, at the end of the day, is trying. You have to literally try not to defend somebody. It's okay if they blow right past you, but if you moving your feet a little bit, you're going to at least bother their trajectory going to the rim. So maybe they don't have an easy layup. Maybe they don't have an easy lane. Maybe when they get there, they got to dish it. Maybe they can't go straight up because you're contesting it or you're right there breathing it down their neck. Defense and playing defense in basketball, period, it is an effort thing. Yes, you can be a little slow. Yes, you don't got to be the fastest. Yes, you don't got to be the quickest moving laterally. But at the end of the day, you have to show effort. And Luka last night showed goddamn effort. Luka last night showed that he wanted to be there and he wanted to play and compete. Kyrie last night, he was even in his bag for the first time. Like, even though the first 2-3 games, I mean, he did. The first game, he didn't show up. But these last couple games, Kyrie has been showing up. These last couple games, Kyrie has been attacking the basket. And some of these shots that the Mavericks couldn't get to fall these first couple games, they were falling last night. They were driving and they were hitting their floaters. And the floaters wasn't hitting the last few nights that they played. They was driving and they was kicking and the shooters were actually hitting their open threes. Last night, the Dallas Mavs, they put together a little something. And I'm intrigued and I'm interested to see if they can continue this. Because you got to understand this. The Celtics, they're a complete basketball team. They can defend, they can shoot at a high level, and they can score at will. They have scores, multiple. They have defenders, multiple. And they are not afraid to get down and dirty and get gritty when they have to. But one of the hardest things to do is close out a team when you have a 3-0 lead, a 2-1 lead, a 3-2, a 3-3. One of the hardest things to do is close out a team because that other team that you're playing, they're playing without fear. They're playing without holds. They're playing without, I want to say, fear of losing. Because guess what? At the end of the day, that's all they got. One game. They got to play one game at a time, and they have to play balls to the wall. Last night, the Dallas Mavs played balls to the wall. They were running, getting every loose ball. They was blocking shots. They was defending like damn near the Dallas Mavs last night. They looked like the team I saw versus the Timberwolves. They looked like the team I saw versus the Clippers. The Dallas Mavs last night looked like the team that we all expected them to be in this series. I don't know what the hell happened the first couple games. The first 3 games, if we're being honest. I don't know what happened the first 3 games. But last night, it seemed like they had an answer to the questions that they didn't before. They seemed last night that we can compete. Okay, we can beat them. They are beatable. And last night, the Dallas Mavs, they proved to themselves that, hey, this team isn't world beaters. We can compete, and we can beat them. Now, can you do it for 3 more games? Can you do it for 3 more games? Can you? That is a question. Can you sustain this? Because you got to win 3 more. You got to do it 3 more times. If you want to host that trophy, the Larry O'Brien trophy, if you want to hoist it, if you don't want the confetti falling on your head and you crying, walking back to the locker room, you have to show up every single night moving forward. The Dallas Mavs have to show up and compete like they did last night. Last night, they damn near blew them out by 50. At one point in the game, they was up by 48. I was like, God damn. I turned the game off damn near the third quarter. I'm like, boy, what these Dallas Mavs come from, boy? Who these boys out here? Who they put a little something in they drink? You feel me? They were drinking a different kind of Gatorade last night, boy. And I'm very intrigued by this. I'm very excited to see how it all shapes up and how this ends up going moving forward. I'm going to take Dallas in 7. I'm going to take Dallas in 7. Because once I pick you, once I say you gonna win, I ain't switching up. I ain't jumping off the bandwagon. I'm riding until the wheels fall off, goddammit. And I'm riding with the Dallas Mavs till the goddamn wheels fall off. Now, me saying if they can really do it, if I'm being honest, shit. Ain't no team ever done it before. So what makes them different? I don't know. Last night, shit, they even got a couple of their role players who hasn't been playing minutes. That boy, Tim Hardaway, boy, coming up. Hey, let him take that over to these next few games. Let some of them bench players that got in for Dallas last night, let them carry that momentum to this next game and these next few games. And let them actually contribute when they come in off the bench. Because that's the thing. Dallas bench has not been playing well this whole series at all. So, let's see. Last night, actually, they played a lot of minutes. They played damn near the whole fourth quarter. They was able to shoot, get some rhythms, get a floor of the game, get a floor of the field, get on the floor, see how it feels. So, let's see if they can take that momentum and bring it into next game when they play at Boston. Because I'm going to tell you this. That Boston crowd, oh, hell, boy, it's going to be hell to pay when they get in there. Boy, come that, what they playing, Monday night? Yeah, Monday night. It's going to be hell to pay Monday night, boy. Because, hey, them Boston fans, shit, they a little different, boy. Hey, you done heard about them. Them Boston fans are a little different now. So, hey, the Dallas Mavs, hopefully y'all use what y'all did last night. Use that momentum. Hopefully the bench got some confidence. Hopefully the whole team grew some confidence. Because I even seen Jason Kidd before the game. He said, hey, I hope y'all packed y'all bags. I hope y'all, hey, we going to Boston tonight. We flying to Boston tonight. We going to be in Boston tonight. I hope y'all packed y'all bags heading into the game. Because he knew they was going to win. I love that. So now let's see if they can carry this confidence into playing in Boston. You got to do it 3 more times. That is a fucking tough task. Kyrie, he's come back from a 3-1. deficit before. So he can kind of tell the guys, hey, this is what I experienced. This is what I went through when we were trying to come back against the Golden State. So let me tell y'all, this is how we did it. So now, can we apply this and do it this way? Can we do it by taking it game by game? Because that's the only way that they're going to win this series. That's the only way that they even got a wish and a prayer to come back and win this series. Is if they take it one game at a time. If Kyrie and Luka show up and they both, I ain't gonna lie to you, we need damn near 30 and 40 piece from both of them in order for them to goddamn come back in this series. We're gonna need a couple games where Kyrie putting up 30 or 40, a couple games where Luka damn near putting up 30 or 40, if they want a hope and a prayer in this series to come back. Kyrie has come back from 3-1, but they were just down 3-0. You won 1. Now you got to win 3 more times. That's a tall task. For any team, that's a tall task. To beat a team 4 times in a row, whew, that's a tall task. Kyrie, he room for you. He gave you a little sprinkle of that mama mentality. He room for you. I'm rooting for you, Kyrie. I want to see what you do. I want to see you be a bad man. I want to see you go down in history. You and Luka. Luka, they're going to be talking about you different, boy. You come back from a 3-0. Kyrie, they're going to be talking about you differently. You came back from a 3-1, then you lead a team back from a 3-0 deficit. Y'all going to be etched in history for life. For life. But can you do it? Boston, they ain't sweet. Boston, they're not going anywhere. Boston, they got a nice head coach over there. Boston, they're them. So, these next 3 games, going to be a dogfight. These next 3 games, going to say a lot about both teams. These next 3 games might not even happen. But it can happen. It's a possibility. And we're going to see. I've made a great case for the Dallas Mavs. But I can only do this. They got to actually go out there and do that. So, we're going to see. We will see how it shapes out, how it plays out. I told you who I'm rooting for. I told you who I got my money on. Dallas, I believe. Now make me a believer. Boston, shit. Get the job done. That's it. That's all I got to say. That's it. That's all. Moving on. So, like I said, it's going to be very interesting. Very interesting. Very interesting to see how these series plays themselves out. I said, see how this series plays itself out. And to see if Dallas can make history. I want to see history made. I want to see Dallas win. But I'm a realist. It's very unlikely. Highly unlikely. But we're going to see. Now, moving on, baby. Moving on up to the east side. Moving on up to the east side. All right, now moving on. A topic that I haven't discussed with you guys. A topic that I know y'all heard about. Sticking with the NBA. Dan Hurley. Hurley. Dan, that boy who was the Uconn coach, who coached the Uconn Huskies. to back-to-back national championships. That boy, he was offered, that coach was offered 6 years, 70 M's. 6 years, 70 M's to come coach the Los Angeles Lakers. And that coach, guess what he said? Guess what he said? Hell no, to the no, to the no. Hell no. Hey, so if you don't know, seriously, the Los Angeles Lakers offered Dan Hurley, so the head coach for the Uconn Huskies, so a college team, they offered him to come coach the Los Angeles Lakers. And he declined. He turned it down, saying that he was very comfortable, saying that he didn't want to move his wife, he didn't want to move the kids, saying that, hey, at the end of the day, Lakers, y'all should have offered me 100. Basically, that's what he said. He said, if y'all would have offered me 100, boy, I would have slid down there quicker than quick, boy. I would have been there yesterday. I would have been there last week if you would have offered me 100 M's. But, you know, with him making this decision and declining to come to the Los Angeles Lakers, a lot of people expected him to say yes. A lot of people expected him to come over and, you know, be the head coach for the Los Angeles Lakers. But it's not going to happen. He said, fuck no. And I don't blame him. Uconn, they live on a different kind of spotlight. Uconn, playing in Connecticut, it's a little low key. You can go under the radar a little bit. You already won back-to-back national championships. I mean, you know, at the start of the basketball season last year, they really wasn't hyping y'all up too much. Like, you can fly under the radar. You can coach, you know, a winning season, and you can coach a non-winning season, and you ain't going to be critiqued. You won't be looked at in such a high light. You feel me? You won't be having your coaching game picked apart. Every single decision that you ever made picked apart after every game. With him coming to the Los Angeles Lakers, one of the most historic and storied franchises in the history of not only the NBA, but the goddamn world sports, the Los Angeles Lakers. Dan Hurley, he would have been under that spotlight. And going from Connecticut to goddamn Los Angeles, that's a little different. Very different. So, Dan, you made the right decision, my guy. You haven't been under that certain spotlight. You don't know what that monster in LA is like. You don't know how after every game, after every decision that you make, it will be picked apart. It will be talked about. It will be looked at in a certain way because you're the Los Angeles Lakers head coach. I don't think he wanted that smoke. I don't think he wanted that attention. I don't think he wanted that spotlight. At the end of the day, it's a blessing, and I'm quite sure he was honored to be offered to come coach the boys. But you got to understand, man. You got to understand. The Los Angeles Lakers, that franchise, this historic franchise at that, is different. He wasn't ready for that spotlight. He wasn't ready for all the things that could come from him being a Los Angeles Lakers head coach. He was out there in Connecticut. He can coach and not have his coaching decisions critiqued. He can coach and make certain decisions that wouldn't be looked at in the limelight and make headlines. But that's in Connecticut. You would have came to Los Angeles, to the storied franchise of the Los Angeles Lakers, getting that 70 M's, being the head coach of LeBron, of Anthony Davis, of the most historic franchise in the NBA. I don't think he was ready for that. He was honored. He was grateful. But he wasn't ready for that. He wasn't ready for that. Respectfully so. So, Dan, I don't blame you for turning down the Lakers. I don't blame you for wanting to stay in Connecticut and go for a damn near three-peat, make history over there in college. Then maybe go ahead and say to the Lakers, hey, y'all lose a head coach every 2-3 years anyway. See, that's another thing. He like his job security over there in Connecticut. Say if you would have came to LA, boy, you got one season. Boy, you got damn near 60 games. Boy, you damn near got a half a year playing with LA. That media is different. So he made the right decision. LA, I don't know who the hell gonna coach us this year. I don't know who the hell gonna be our coach. Damn that JJ Redick, he damn near our only option. Fuck it. Hey, JJ, we ain't gonna offer you 70 M's. We might offer you about 50. Shit, you might only get damn near half a season fucking around. So, I don't know. But, Dan, you was right to stay your ass over there in Uconn. Go ahead. Hey, go for the three-peat. Make history over there in Uconn. Because this LA media, if he would have came to LA, he probably would have been gone in a year or two. I'm just being honest. But we're going to move on. Let's move on. Another topic in the NBA I want to talk about. That boy, Darvin Ham, going back to the Bucks to be an assistant coach for Doc Rivers. That boy, Darvin Ham, declined to go to Phoenix. That boy, Darvin Ham, wanted to go back to his old stomping grounds. Because if you don't know, Darvin Ham actually came from the Bucks before he came to LA. He was the Bucks assistant before he got the LA head coaching job. So he went back to a franchise where he had familiarity with. He went back to a franchise where, hey, Doc Rivers, if you don't get it right this season, shit, he going to slide in and he going to be the next head coach over there for the Bucks, for Giannis now. Darvin Ham, you made the right decision, my boy. Because Doc Rivers, you're damn near on a short leash now. You came in with a team that was about 26 and like 8. The previous head coach had them boys playing somewhat well. It was a question mark to even why they even hired you in the first place. Now you're on a short leash. Now you got that boy Darvin Ham sitting right next to you like, I want you to fuck up. I want to be the head coach over here. That's why I came back. And I can foresee you potentially fucking it up and me sliding right in. So Darvin Ham, I see why you didn't take the Phoenix job, and I see why you took the Bucks job. Let's read between the lines now. Doc Rivers, you're on a short leash now. You only got so much time to get it right up before Giannis start looking at you different. Before that boy Dame start looking at you a little different. Come on, Doc. That boy Darvin Ham, he said, I ain't going to go over there. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to go back to where they know me. They familiar with me. They didn't see me head coach over here. They didn't see what I can do. So if Doc end up not being it, guess what? I'm going to slide right in there. And guess what? I'm a head coach now of a team that I kind of spent some years with and I kind of, grew my coaching ranks with. I respect it, Darvin Ham. You made the right decision, my guy. You made the right decision. Now, switching gears all the way. Because we was going to talk about JJ Redick potentially being the Lakers head coach, but I'm going to say that topic for next pod because I know it's going to come back up. And I know I'm going to talk about it more in depth. So we're going to save it. Now, switching gears to the NFL. That boy, Tom. That boy, Tom Brady. They retired his jersey out there in New England. That boy, Tom Brady, he came to New England. And guess what? They had 60-some thousand fans. They're waiting for him. Damn near they sold out Gillette Stadium for his jersey retirement. You feel me? He had over 60,000 people in that stadium watching him just get his jersey hung up in the Raptors, having him with that fresh red jacket, having him get that fresh ring from Robert Kraft. You feel me? So if you don't know Tom Brady, of course, he's officially retired. He's been retired now for a couple of years. And he just had his jersey number retired, and he also had got into the Patriots Ring of Honor and the Patriots Hall of Fame. So if you don't know, with historic franchises or damn near with any franchise, NBA, NFL, don't matter. A lot of these franchises, if they have a player who, who is a caliber to potentially probably be a Hall of Famer. So the Hall of Fame is different, but they also have their own Hall of Fame. So their own Hall of Fame, and then they have the NFL Hall of Fame. So with historic franchises, if you have a historic player, then guess what? Your historic player will probably get his number retired. Say if he was a great player, you don't want anybody wearing that number, and you want to show the ultimate respect to that player. You're gonna retire his jersey. You're gonna retire, you retire his number / jersey. You keep on saying jersey number, same thing. You understand? But anyway, Tom Brady went to New England, sold out crowd, damn near. Everybody came there to watch him get his jersey retired. Randy Moss was crying. I damn near almost shed a tear too. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. And Tom Brady had some great words to say, man, and great encouragement. I just want to say kudos to Tom Brady, man, to a legend, to a GOAT, to my legend. I grew up watching damn near almost every Patriots game. Shit, I had the apps way back when. I had them apps to get a hold of the New England games. You feel me? I was on the internet scouring. Damn near, hey, where's the New England Patriots playing? I gotta watch Tom. You feel me? I love Tom. You feel me? At the end of the day, that was my guy. That was my quarterback. You feel me? He's the reason why I wore number 12. And Pop Warner wore number 12 in high school. Shit, he's the reason why I wore number 12. You feel me? So that's all the Tom Brady. But regardless, man, Tom, you deserve it, man. You're a legend. Your jersey, as far as in the New England Patriots, stratosphere will never be worn again. You will also be remembered forever because guess what? Not only did they retire his jersey in New England, they also gave this man, or is giving this man, a statue, a 12-foot statue that will be revealed. Robert Kraft said will be revealed at the start of this upcoming season. So Tom Brady, for you to be 199th pick overall in the NFL draft, for you to be a backup quarterback coming into the league, for you to have all the odds stacked against you, and for you to still make it, for you to still be him. Your story is unmatched. Your greatness is unmatched. What you did in NFL is unmatched. Your grit, your determination, your hard work, your consistency is unmatched. That's up to the legend, man. That's up to the legend. It's not too much more I can say about this topic other than Tom Brady, you deserve it. I can talk about Tom Brady forever. But, at the end of the day, man, I'm proud of Tom. I'm proud of his accomplishments. Like I said, I grew up watching him. I grew up looking up to him. He was a player that I loved to watch and loved to see. He was a reason why I wanted to be a quarterback myself. So, hey, great things in the future for Tom in his broadcasting. I also am very interested to see how he approaches broadcasting and, how he does, out there with CBS. So I'm intrigued, man. I'm intrigued. That's all the time. You deserve it. You deserve everything that you're going to continue to get. God bless you. Moving on. Now, Trevor Lawrence. If you haven't heard, Trevor Lawrence. That boy just set the market on fire. That boy Trevor Lawrence just got $142 million. Oh my God. Watching all them zeros in the account, boy, I would have started crying. I would have had to call my mama, my daddy, my cousin, my brother, my sister. I would have called everybody. But if you don't know, seriously, that boy, Trevor Lawrence, who plays for the Jacksonville Jaguars, just received 142 M's for just signing his name on a dotted line. That boy signed a $275 million contract, $200 million guaranteed, and $142 million due at signing. Did Trevor Lawrence deserve this contract? I don't know. He's had a couple of injuries. He had one good season where he took them to the playoffs. They won one round, and then they lost in the next round. Potentially could have made it to the AFC Championship game. He's been, like I said, injured these last few years. He was due to have a contract because he's in that quarterback range with Jalen Hurts and all these other quarterbacks. Like, he's in that range where a lot of these younger quarterbacks, they are getting paid. He's been in the league now for a couple of years, and they're paying him for what he can possibly do in the future, not what he's done. Because Trevor Lawrence, he wasn't a rookie of the year. Trevor Lawrence hasn't, at the end of the day, been a quarterback who's putting up crazy numbers. He's been consistent a little bit when he's healthy, but In my opinion, he didn't deserve this high-ass contract. In my opinion, he didn't, coming from a player who said, football isn't the most important thing, which is not. But for you to say that kind of puts into perspective where your man said it. I wouldn't have gave him all this money. He is still unproven, in my opinion. He still has a lot to do and a lot to show, in my opinion. But we're going to see how it goes, man. We're going to see, how this contract affects the Jacksonville Jaguars, how this contract affects Trevor Lawrence, and if it lights even more fire under him and lights a fuel in him to continue to compete, to continue to work hard, continue to grind, and continue to show why he's worth that $200 million. Right now, quarterbacks in the NFL, they breaking the bank, man. They breaking the bank. And a lot of quarterbacks in the NFL, guess what? In the next 5 to 10 years, quarterbacks going to be damn near getting $500 million. Some quarterbacks damn near going to get $500 million just to throw the goddamn rock, just to throw the ball up and down the field. I should have never stopped playing quarterback. I think I might, go ahead, try to make a comeback. I know a couple agents. I might have to go ahead and get back out there because shit. If I just want a little piece. I just want a couple M's. I don't need a lot. I don't even want 142. Y'all can just give me 2. I'll be happy with that. But I'm gonna get ready. I'm gonna get ready. It's been a minute, but I'm gonna get back in this gym and we're gonna get right. But seriously though, man, SO to Trevor Lawrence, man. Hey, you got paid, man. You got your money. I believe any player playing in the NFL, you deserve to get your money. You deserve to get paid for what you put your body through, for the grind, and people don't know what it takes, man. And for you to make it at that high level, and for you to be valued at that price point, and to have somebody, so the owner, want to give you $200-some million for your worth and for your, I want to say your expertise and your skills set. Hey, I'm with it. So, Trevor Lawrence, you deserve your money. $200 million. That's a lot of money, boy. That's a lot of money. You don't need it all. You can give me a couple dollars. Hey, I ain't asking for a lot. I just want a couple M's. I don't need a lot of M's. You feel me? I just want a couple. I wanted 2. You feel me, Trevor? Hey, my bank account number. I'll send it to you. I'll text it to you. Just look out for your boy now. You see, I'm looking out for you. I told you deserve your money now. So just look out for your boy. But seriously, though, man, these quarterbacks out here, they breaking the bank, man. Be expected to see a quarterback get $500 million in the next about 5 to 10 years, potentially. I can foresee it happening. But anyway, man, switching gears one last time. Mike Tomlin, if you don't know, Mike Tomlin, he also signed a contract extension. Boy, NFL, boy, they hand out these contracts left and right, boy. But it is an NFL offseason, so what do you expect? But that boy, Mike Tomlin, one of the most winningest coaches in NFL history. He has maybe only 1 or 2 seasons where he's been under 500. He's been the Steelers head coach for the last 15 plus years. Mike Tomlin, you deserve your contract now. Mike Tomlin, they are paying you and they extended you for you potentially seeing this team that you have through. You got some young players, you got some young talent, and this is the start of a new regime. You have Justin Fields, you have Russell Wilson, you got a couple quarterbacks who you can play with, who potentially can lead your franchise for the next, I want to say, 4 to 5 years. Justin Fields, potentially damn near 7 to 10 years if he proves to be that guy. But you have a couple quarterbacks, you have a solid defense, you have young players, and this is just the right move. This is the right decision for the Pittsburgh Steelers to make. At the end of the day, Mike Tomlin is the longest tenured head coach in the NFL. He is one of the head coaches that, in my opinion, he is one of the best head coaches in the NFL. Let's say that, actually. Mike Tomlin is one of the best head coaches in the NFL, and he deserves this contract extension. At the end of the day, he is a Super Bowl winner. He also is, like I said, one of the most consistent in the winningest coaches in NFL history, because he only has been under 500, maybe 1 or 2 seasons, and I might even be wrong with that. This man, hey, his teams are going to be in competition every year, and they are going to be well coached, and they will be in position to make the playoffs every single year. You cannot count a Mike Tomlin team out, period. Never underestimate any team that he's coaching. Mike Tomlin, you deserve your money. You deserve to get paid. I'm happy for you. I used to be a Steelers fan way back when they had Troy Polamalu, Hines Ward, and Santoni. Like, they had some boys over there. You feel me? They had some boys. Marvin, hey, boy, they had Harrison. Boy, The Steelers had some boys now. The Steelers had some guys. You feel me? Antonio Brown, when he was there. You feel me? Ben Roethlisberger, I liked him for a bit. Like, the Steelers, they had a team now. So kudos to Mike Tomlin, though, for getting paid, man. Mike Tomlin, you deserve your money, man. You deserve everything that you get, man. I'm excited to see what the future holds for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm excited to see where you take that team because, I mean, their future is bright. And with Mike Tomlin coaching and, being the leader of that team and organization, hey, the future will always be bright for them. So I'm excited to see where it goes. So without further ado, man, I think that ends all the topics that I wanted to hit today. I really wanted to talk about sports. I do got a couple more interesting topics that I'm going to touch on, but I won't do it today. Y'all can expect me to come back live on Monday night. I'll be going live during the Dallas Mavericks and Celtics game. I'll be giving you live commentary. We'll be talking about it. And then also I will give you my prediction for ultimately the outcome of the game and ultimately to see how the rest of that series plays out if it continues to go on. So if the Dallas Mavericks actually win. But yeah, man, as far as with things that come on the Golden Gems podcast, man, like still got the wealth and real estate talks coming. I'm trying to get some classes together and trying to, figure out a few different things there. Trying to work on this app thing I got going on for my motivational speaking. It's a lot of moving pieces behind the scenes, man. I'm also trying to close on this other property. So it's a lot, man. It's a lot. So I'll come on here, man, when I can. Forgive me. It's the summertime. So this is one of my busiest times of the year where my schedule is just a little bit everywhere. I'm coaching. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. And so just continue to be patient. I thank y'all for always tuning in. I thank you for always coming back, man. Like I said, man, at the start of this video, man, hey, clap for you. All right, clap for your damn self, man, because, hey, you grinding, you're working. Continue to have faith. Continue to believe in what you got going on, man. Don't ever let nobody talk down in your dreams. Don't ever let nobody talk down on where you want to be and your future and where you're headed. Have the complete confidence to, hey, go for anything in this life because you deserve the world. You deserve to have everything that you've ever dreamed of or everything that you've ever imagined. At the end of the day, continue to work for what you want. Continue to grind for the things that you want. And, hey, it's only up from here. So stay blessed. Stay motivated. Keep going after the things that you want. And, hey, guess what? It's only up from here, like I always say. And guess what? We out on the Golden Gems podcast, man. Thank you for tuning back. Make sure you send this to your mama, your daddy, your best friend of another friend, little Joanna, little Susie. And don't forget about your grandmama because I know she just moved on the block too. Make sure you send this to everybody. Comment down below. Hit the show notes. Show your boy some love. And, hey, I appreciate you tuning in again. God bless. And, hey, guess what? We out for real this time. Hey, thank you for tuning in. Deuces. Y'all. Share like that.